All right, back with the Conference Championship Series. Denver and Rochester tied at 2. Kansas City up 3-1 on the Outlaws. Let's hop right in.
Choose from that.
Clark Lake, solo home run in the second. And then Steve Schwartz with a single, driving in Stutz. And it's 2-0 Kansas City early. Meanwhile, Rochester strikes first in the first. Brian McIntosh with a 2-run homer. Marty Kilby's now pitched 10 straight scoreless innings against OKC in this series. Hitless innings. J.R. Wilder, solo home run. Denver on the board. It's 2-1. Pedroza singles in Doherty. It's tied at 2 in Rochester. First hit off of Kilby for OKC. Can't get a run across. It's still 2-0 as we go to the 6th in that game. Nate Stutz doubles, Matt Sullivan doubles, Schwartz singles. KC breaking it open in the 6th inning. Looking to end this series in 5 and sit back and wait for Denver and Rochester. Bases loaded, nobody out for the North Stars. And they come through. Matt Teams doubles in Smith and McIntosh. And then Terrence singles in Schaefer and Teams. So 4 come across, still nobody out, 1st and 2nd. Justin Thomas adds another with a sac fly, so 5 in the 6th for Rochester. They have a commanding 7-2 lead. Looks like a delay in the KC-OKC game. Roy Bell pitched really well. 6 1/3 innings, 2 runs. In line for the win right now if Rochester hangs on here. They're up by 5. Denver's only got 3 outs left. And it looks like the other game's starting to roll again. First and second, nobody out for OKC. Kilby came out after the long delay, but Potter's in there now in the 6th. Brian Marlin singles in Lopez. It's 5-2. Tying run at the plate. Rochester wins, and 3-run homer, Bob Williams. So coming out of the delay, OKC explodes for 4 runs. They get Kilby out of the game, and we're tied at 5 in the 6th. And again, not to overshadow Rochester now with a 3-2 series lead, but they're going to have to win one in Denver if they're going to want to knock off the 4-time conference champions. So from 5-0 to 5-5, Oklahoma City doesn't want their season to end yet.
I used to say, if I hear AI,
Brian Marlin breaks the tie in the 8th inning with a solo home run. And Jesus Madrid adds 2 more. In the 9th, KC gets 1 back, but oh, it's not over yet. Second and third, tying run at second base for Slusser. And he's retired, so OKC does come all the way back. They force a game 6. I can't stand this music right now. I swung and a missed with this playlist. Gotta find something else. Alright. Save it up. McIntosh grounds out, and that's going to score Jeff Bass. 1-0 Rochester out early. Matt Berleza gets it right back for Denver in the bottom half with a double, driving in Porter. It's 1-1. And Dylan Cuffey gets OKC on the board first in the second. Dylan Cuffey hits a sac fly with driving in Reyes. Rochester's Chris McLeod doubles in teams, and they regain the lead in the second. And Denver responds in the bottom of the second. Sac fly by Williams. By Wilder, drives in Williams. So we're tied back at 2 in that game. Brian Lee leaving the game with an injury for OKC. That's the starter. Moderate 4 days. So it's going to get turned over to the bullpen. Brandon Elliott coming into the game. Steve Hoffman singles in Tarrant. And Rochester back in front in the 4th, 3-2. Make it 5-2. Justin Thomas with a big 2-run double. Brian Marlin's solo home run. He's had a good postseason. 5th home run of the postseason for Marlin, and that's now a 2-0 lead for the Cowboys. I don't know why I said the Cowboys, for the Outlaws. Excuse me. Dave Schaefer's solo home run. Rochester now up 6-2 in the 6th. And the bullpen getting it done for OKC despite the starter leaving the game. They've held Kansas City without a run. Rivera's still pitching in the 8th, so he's pitched well, but he is trailing in this game right now. Bobby Bradford leaves the game with an injury, I think for the 2nd time this series. Doherty singles. Denver gets one back at 6-3, but the pressure's on now. They have 6 outs left to try to scrape 3 more runs, or they will be going home here in the conference championship. Pressure's on the Scouts now. They're down by 2 in the 9th, 3 outs left. The Outlaws coming all the way back from a 3-0 deficit to force a Game 7 if they can hold on here in the 9th. Leadoff runner on and Alex Rojo. Snaky flies out quickly, though. Teams adding some insurance for Rochester. They're out by 4 in the 8th. First and second now with 1 out. Slusser single, so Clark Lake is going to come to the plate, representing the winning run. He strikes out. Stutz singles. Bases are loaded for Sullivan. Can he come through? He can't. They leave him stranded, and OKC wins Game 6. We're going to have a Game 7 in Kansas City. Meanwhile, Denver down by 5 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Leadoff runner gets on, but that's it. Rochester retires them. Three outs left. Let's see if they have a miracle. And that will do it. Rochester with the 8-3 victory, eliminating the Denver Dynamite here in the conference championship, and they will go on to represent the Ice Conference. Was a historic run for Denver and almost a historic season, but they are going home. Game 7. Who's going to be facing Rochester for the TBL championship? Brad Wilson representing the Scouts here in Game 7. We've got Robbie Morales back on the mound for the Outlaws. 2-0. Quick lead for the Scouts. Rick Slusser knocks it out. Slusser again, singles in Schnakey. Make it 3-0 in the third as we go to the fourth, I should say. Brian Marlin gets the Outlaws on the board. It's now 3-1. Williams singles and steals second, then two batters later, Frank Katz knocks him in with a double. It's 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Brian Marlin doubles in Rodriguez, and we are tied at 3. The Outlaws have not been afraid of Kansas City leads here in the second half of this series sim. Kansas City responds, though. They get right back on top by the guy that better win the MVP if they win this game. Rick Slusser, third hit of the game, third RBI hit of the game, drives Schnakey in again. And now Kansas City opens the doors. Stutz singles in Slusser, and then Sullivan doubles in Lake and Stutz at 7-3 in the top of the sixth. Gelpera put in, I think, like 3 good innings of relief in Game 5, but he gets lit up without retiring a batter here for the Outlaws in Game 7. Frank Katz gets 1 back for them, singles in Cuffey. It's now 7-4. Three outs left for the Outlaws as they go quickly in the 8th. It looks like they may just come up just short of what would have been, I think, just the second reverse sweep in a 7-game series in TBL history. It's not over yet, but down by 4 after the Steve Schwartz home run here in the 8th. One, two, three, go the Outlaws in the 9th. Kansas City hangs on, and they will advance. So we have Rochester and Kansas City in the championship. 2 expansion teams. 1 soon-to-be TBL champion. Take a look at the MVPs. Brian McIntosh for Rochester. First postseason award for Brian. Rick Slusser does get the nod for KC. The 23-year-old rookie had a great first season and now a great playoff. Perhaps he's a future staple piece there for the Scouts. Date. One more. All right. Congratulations to our 2 teams still standing, and we will pick this back up probably tomorrow.